Hey, what up? What up? What's happening? Uh, Guys, I want to talk about we Africans because I've seen that. I think from this January now, uh, Kenya is giving free visa. I mean, Africans don't need visa to enter Kenya. And which is what we all should have done a long time ago. I mean, look at the United States. You don't need visa to enter that country. You don't need visa to enter each country in the United States. It's a continent on its own. Africans, we are continents. What we go through, us as Africans, to get into another African, it's preposterous. It's shit. We treat each other like shit. And we allow the Americans to come into our continent anyhow. But when it comes to us, we give each other trouble. How did we get this mindset, though? How did we get here? The colonial master came and taught us to hate each other. Put division between us so we don't agree. Because if we agree, we'll be the most powerful continent on this planet. We've got all the resources. We don't need any other continent. If only we just come together and agree. I mean, look at all the war going through. France controlling a few parts of the Western Africa. France. Still taking money from Africa. When are we gonna be wise and stop taking cash instead of helping your own people? We've got the resources in our country. We are one of the largest oil producing country in the world, and we can't even refine our own oil. With all that money. And I was just watching Adeola channel because I love to watch his channel. If you don't know her, she's not this thing, but I just love the way she puts things out. Adeola Fayem. And I'm not trying to promote a channel. She probably doesn't know I watch her. But I just like, because she talks the fact, she talks the truth, and I can relate with her. And I hope one day I'm able to meet her and, we talk about things happening. And that aside, I mean, look at President. He came in and things went up. The time I was in Nigeria, the dollar was still trading at 400, 500. The highest was 600. And the last time I heard now, it was 1.2 to 1.4 things, I don't know. Since Bola Ahmed Tinubu got in, petrol has skyrocketed. Something that we have in abundance in our country. I mean, we produce petroleum and we ship it to another country for them to refine it and resell it for us, and we have to buy it in big money. Are there any educated people in that government? Are there people that use their brain in that government? I mean, they're spending billions of naira, or is it millions of naira, to buy a car, to buy perfume, to furnish the governor or the senate or whatever's office. And I was watching with Adeola today, and she was saying that all the senate or lawmakers or this thing, they get almost 200 million every year to do something for their community. And if you get in that amount, in some countries, some states get like billion because they've got a lot of is it senator there or maybe lawmaker or what do they call them? Because they've got a lot of them in those, they've got a lot of constituency or something. So some are getting billions. Imagine what billions we do in Lagos every year. And some people just pocket that money. They gave money to buy rice in the festive season and distribute. Only a few, is it councillor or senators, bought those rice. Even though they didn't buy it in full, because the calculation was done, but only a few. But kudos to them because they tried, they did something. How about those that just pocket the money? I didn't say anything. We are our own problem. We are our own problem. What will it cost us for us to move freely between our borders? Imagine how business is gonna thrive between us, because I won't see the limitation of me trying to source for a local good in a neighboring country to come and sell here, or someone from that side source for here and sell there. The transportation, the logistics, the goods moving in and out. Everyone has what they need. You don't have this, oh, there is there on the other side, let's get it so you can have it. You don't have it that side. You don't have something in Congo, you know how you can just drive through. Even if you take days, you just drive, you pass through the border, they just stamp your passport that you enter. They don't ask you any question. They can check to make sure you are not transferring illegal products, and this thing puts proper securities there. So you can check and do all the normal check. But when it comes to papers and all of that, you don't need any papers. If they have their identity and you have a record to record that they enter the country, this is what they are going to do. Either they are relocating or they are going for work, it should be allowed. Not everyone wants to leave their country. And not everyone wants to stay there. But if we make it easy, we wouldn't know. If we didn't try something, we won't know what the result will be. This might be the best thing that will ever happen to us, for us to merge. Let's be one Africa. Let's not be seen by countries. Let's not be seen by borders. Let's be one. As a Nigeria, I should be able to go to Togo without thinking, hey, I need to go and kill someone to get a visa. And these are all just tactics for government to get money. Because you could do away with the visa, because some countries don't need visa to enter your country in the first place. I mean, if most African countries can give America the power to enter any country, and I'm just saying America, it's not only America, a lot of European countries, United States countries, are allowed to enter any African countries without a visa. Why? Because they believe their economy is more powerful. So why don't we make our economy very powerful? And for us to be able to move around between ourselves, I tell you, all African people will move back to Africa, to work on Africa, to progress Africa, if our leaders just take the steps. Because we are all looking for better pay. We are all looking for better life. We are all looking for good living. If we start producing that here in Africa, why would we need to travel to the United States for the dollars, or travel to London for pounds? You know? Or travel to any of these European countries for their euro, or for Canadian dollar, whichever one it is. We won't need to, because at that stage our currency would have been the highest in the whole planet. Way more than dollars. Dollars will be down there, while our currency will be up there. And now Americans will need visa to enter Africa. That is how it should be. Because we have all the resources. We don't need anything from European country, from American country. They know technology and they know it well, because they know that's their strong point and they use it well, and that is what they are using to rule us. Their technology. But we have clever people, we have intelligent people in Africa. We have very creative people in Africa who are also still behind those intelligence in America. We have those people, but they want to see that they can get the same treatment they're getting there, and we can give that. Give them the same treatment they're getting overseas. Fix our electricity, fix our roads, all these basic amenities, basic infrastructures, fix it. The money is here in Africa. We have a lot of money. Even if you want to borrow for the last time, borrow big and fix the whole continent of Africa. Let the president have those meetings and open the borders for Africa. Let trades be done through Africa. It doesn't matter if you are north or south. You can drive your car for days, for months, from north to south. You just pass through the borders, you stamp. I'm going to visit, I'm just going for a drive across the continent. Fine. They don't even ask you how many days you're spending. Guys, let us be borderless in Africa. With that, we'll grow. Presidents should come together, appoint one person as the chief president, like Biden in America, and make others maybe prime ministers. I don't know how politics work. But they will still get what they get. They will still have control over their own country. But they all report to one, supreme president, which is the president of the continent of Africa. So whatever happens, that president makes sure everything happens equally in all countries. Electricity is there. The roads are perfect. There are hospitals, nice schools, free education. All those benefit. Crime will be less. People will get job. People will live good. If those opportunities are there, then we don't have to worry about crime. Because there's no job, it drives almost half of the people who are doing crime. That's what drives them to crime. Because you graduated in school, you want to look for job, you can't find job, and you start stressing, you start drinking, you start mixing with the wrong crowd, and they start influencing you in a bad way, and then done, becoming a hardened criminal. Guys, I hope our leaders will start thinking, how long are we gonna do this for? How long are we gonna answer yes sir, yes ma, yes sir, yes ma, for these European countries? How long? Because of Ghana must go. The money they put in a big bag. Once they give you $1 million, your problem is solved. They control you and they tell you to do whatever. And you don't think about the well-being of your people. You think about your pocket. That's why some of these presidents want to die in that president seat, like Mugabe. I saw the other one that he was peeing himself in a public address which he was supposed to give, and they were reading the national anthem and he was peeing himself. The other one that was supposed to be having a conference didn't even know where he was. Yeah, guys, we must stop this greediness. We know what we're supposed to do as Africans because we are clever. We are the most intelligent being ever. We know what we're supposed to do. But our love for money doesn't allow it. Our greed doesn't allow it. Black people with black minds. Because we want to think about our pocket alone. We don't think about what our next neighbor is eating. Because you want to be rich. I mean, look at one idiot senator in Nigeria. He's busy buying luxury cars. I'm not going to mention his name. There are a lot of people that know, we know who I'm talking about. Buying luxury car, buying houses, and he end up saying it's not government money. Which work were you doing before you got into politics? How much were you making there? So let's say they were paying you 1 million every year. Is it gonna make you acquire all these things you got? Some people talk and they think we're crazy. Even if you are so greedy, why don't you do a little? If you are given 3 projects, why don't you do 1? If you are very greedy, do 1, do something. If you're a little bit greedy, do 2, keep 1. But if you're an honest being, do what you're supposed to do. You are paid for it anyways. You can always calculate how much all those things will cost. Get the quotation. Then head your own that you are gonna head to it. Head it to it. Even if you benefit 500,000 from it, it's okay. And if it's 1 million you want to benefit, I'm sure if you are doing a project of 100 million, 1 million being your profit is not too much. It's still okay. But do what you're supposed to. It's as easy as that. But a lot of our leaders has just see this as a money cow, like something they can just keep milking and milking and milking and milking and milking. Because they know it doesn't run dry. You wanna fix your office, you're spending hundreds of millions. They're telling us monkeys swallowed or snakes swallowed millions of naira or millions of dollars, I don't know. Another one, monkey stole it. And the other news at the Senate House, was it the Parliament, they were saying let the poor, or what do they call it? Let the poor people breathe or something. Let the poor breathe. What kind of disrespect is that? To the people you're supposed to serve. You say, let the poor breathe. If I was the president, I would fire him right there. That's so demeaning. It just shows how they see us. Some are spending millions for perfume. And they are defending it. I'm not mentioning name deliberately, but who knows? Who knows. Guys, let's come together. I will say my piece and I will leave. Sorry, guys. So, thanks for listening to this boring guy. But I just feel that some people might pick something from whatever I say. I'm not saying I'm the most knowledgeable guy out there. Believe me, I'm not perfect. I have my flaws. And soon I'll talk to you about relationship, which I'm no expert about them. But let's be good, man. Greediness doesn't take us anywhere. Whatever you have here, you found it here, you leave it here. Even if they bury you in $1 million casket, or a golden shoe, or a diamond ring, it's worthless. It is worthless. Because there you are in that grave, someone can come and steal it and you can't even protect yourself, you can't even defend it. Unless they put a bodyguard by your grave 24/7 to protect that the wealth remain on you. Life is vanity. Vanity upon vanity. It's good to have money. It's good to live the good life. Yes, and I want to have money. I want to live the good life. I want to drive sport car. I want to drive Ferrari. I want to drive BMW i8, which is like my dream car. I want to drive that. I want to drive Bentley. I want to have a mansion. And I have a house in the US, I have one in the UK, I have one in Canada, I have one in Australia. I want to be rich. I want to be well-to-do. So yes, I want to enjoy life. But Emma Waye Moya. That's the Yoruba of saying, don't hold all the things of this world to your chest. Don't hold it like it's a do or die. You might be the most holy today. The moment you walk out of your door, and a car will just come out of nowhere and hit you and you die. And you might live to 100 years. You never know. You don't have to be sick. A lot of sick people have outlived a lot of healthy people. So your situation doesn't determine if you die tomorrow or not. So why don't you just enjoy today that you have? Because everyone goes out every day, unless you are lazy or maybe you're bedridden. Everyone goes out. Even kids goes out. And when we go out, we go to unknown. Akoba, Adaba, Olomajari, which means something that will implicate us. God forbid. God shouldn't allow us to see it. I've seen video of a guy who was walking to my city bus to wait for the bus stop. And a driver just came out of nowhere, lost control, and went straight for that guy. And hit him. Died. He was going to work and just waiting at the bus stop. That's life. There's a lady that just died. She owns a silk shop where I work. I mean, it's all of a sudden. I always see her there by the shop. She's hale and healthy. I don't know if she's sick. The next day they just say she's dead. Life is not promised. Let's live every day like it's our last. I don't take anything too seriously. Whatever drains my energy, I run away from it. And me doing that has affected my relationship a lot. And I'm not proud of that. But it's who I've become. I've just become distant to negativity. Anything that will make my blood boil, I just distance myself. I just run away from it. And a lot of people call it cowardness and all of that. I accept. Let me be coward. But I don't want those energy. I know what I want. And I know what I'm chasing. So whatever negativity that is coming to defer me from my goal, I run away. It's better to avoid. Me facing it means me dedicating a part of my energy to it. So I run away from it. Because I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going. And I think sometimes it becomes too hard because I think about people's feelings and I forget myself. I don't care if I'm happy, if I'm okay, but I just want to please people. But when I start not to be feeling appreciated, and I move out of it. I'm a gentle soul. I don't want trouble. And I encourage you, stay out of trouble too. Anything that is negativity, stay away from it. Be coward if you want to be coward. In that aspect, you don't get a prize for being brave. So, that's my take on that. My take. I'm not saying it's the right way to do things, but that's my take. And I stand on that. I hope this helps someone. I hope this speaks to you. Bless.